So we're back again. The railjack's done. Let me play the little email I got for you. Or not the railjack, the first bit. No, not that one.
Fuselage restoration complete. Propulsion section located. Earth's forests. Beware of hostiles.
So yeah, that's what we're doing next. Barrow Takir is also here. We can go visit him in a bit because there's something interesting I want you to see with Inaros. It's particularly interesting. He has a completely different dialogue when you're in Inaros rather than anyone else, so it's kind of interesting. But yeah, we're gonna go get the next piece. Oh, just a sec. Oh, excuse me. Probably gonna load what we have in there. As you can see, I'm still flat broke, and then it's probably gonna be another few days to. Oh shit. Well, oh, I bet it's that stupid fucking app. Off to a good start. So if you're curious, there's the mobile, the phone app. It doesn't work quite well with the game, as you can see. If you use it, what you do on it doesn't quite, like, it won't sync up, so you have to log out and then log back in. And I forgot to do that. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, good. It's not going to make me close the application. Alright. Anyway.
No, that wreckage will not recover itself. Coordinates marked.
This is Inaros' I think, Anubis helmet, if that's what it's called. Doghead helmet. And, you know, honestly, I normally wouldn't go for the more animalistic kind of style, but this is just so angular and metallic. I really enjoy it. It reminds me of... oh, fuck. I'm gonna have to go look that up. It was some toy line in the 70s, and I had an ancient comic way back in the day. It was like they had special helmets that had some kind of tool, and I think one guy had an Anubis helmet. So that's what it reminds me of. Alright, so we need to go to Earth. Oh, that's the sortie. Here it is. Hey, Frozen. It's gonna be kind of a casual stream. We're gonna do this one mission, and then because we really have fuck all else to do, we might do some more railjack. But I was really gonna try and like hammer out a couple indexes. I forget exactly how much, but the high indexes should, like, 4 or 5 runs of that should net you close to $1 million, which is exactly what you need. Oh shit! You can kill those now.
Locate and assess.
I didn't realize you could kill little rabbit things now. That's interesting. The nice thing about the railjack, from what I've seen, like, I did one kind of exterminate mission where I just hopped in someone else's railjack and manned a turret. And I have enough resources, I think, to build the last few pieces of my railjack. Like, one mission was all it took. So, with any luck, I shouldn't have too many issues beyond the credits. It's just a lot of fucking credits. Oh, there's a neat little tidbit. One credit in this game actually has a conversion. It is like 1 credit is equal to 0.015 US dollars. So if a railjack costs 5 million, it almost sounds like a yen, doesn't it? Let me look that. Let me calculate this. 5 million times 0.0015. A railjack costs about $7,500 to rebuild. That's funny as shit. Really puts everything in perspective. I wonder what exactly that implies. And to my understanding, the railjack parts have been here all along in the tile sets. And I'm gonna have to actually, we're gonna go take a look at this thing and see if that's true, because there's always kind of been little things hidden around, like there's pieces of sentinels. That looks familiar. Kind of. I'm gonna have to get a better look at this thing. Let's pan back a bit. And what I'm looking at is whether or not this is new with the update, or these things have always been here and they're finally using them. I'm gonna have to do some more research into this, because if it was here the whole time, that would be really cool. You know, it would show good foresight. And if it wasn't, it's pretty deceptive, you know? I mean, it looks like it's been part of the tile set this whole time.
Systems, the most advanced ever produced. Scanning. Remain in proximity. Neutralize all hostiles. Scan cannot continue until the area of operation is clear. Get on it.
Oh, I just realized there's gonna be some fucking sentinels popping up, aren't there?
Perimeter reached. Clear them out to resume
Oh, hush.
scan. Drones have established a dampening field. Eliminate them to resume scan.
Oh, that's nice, I think. You don't have to pop them with your, amp.
Return to objective. Perimeter breached. Scan interrupted. We do not have time for this. Interference drones. We have work to do.
Excuse me, I was doing something.
Back to work. Let us get this over with.
Grappling hooks are by far the worst like the worst thing you can give an enemy in this game is a fucking grappling hook. See what I mean?
Perimeter breach. Scan interrupted. We do not have time for this.
I mean, it's not exactly a stressful mission by any definition. There's no failure condition on this one. You know, you don't have to protect its health. You don't have to worry about getting carried off or something like that. Or have a time limit. You just sit here, kill enemies as they wander in your circle. The most stressful thing about it is these stupid bitches, and then Psy losing his shit every time someone takes a step in his magic circle. There's always one, you know, like always a guy with a roll of duct tape just so they can cordon off their little space. Personally, I've never given a shit.
Orgone accumulator. Blown. Etheric condenser. Vaporized. Viable.
Just clean up the rest of these guys and we can go. So here's a little PSA for this particular area. It's quite an interesting one. So first things first, you can actually, there's 3 ways to get around these blades. First, there's a little path right here. You can just walk across it. No big deal. Second, because you're a hardcore parkour killing machine, you just leap right over them. And third, if you absolutely have to walk through them, you see that little glowing computer that's shimmering ever so gently. If you hit it, you'll blow it, and it'll stop. Same with this one. Now there's a particular reason why you might want to do that, and it's not to get knocked on your ass and take slash damage. Because there is a tiny little hole here. And if you slide through it, here's a secret treasure room. Now, this may not be the most important thing in the world to you, you know. If you need soma cords, apparently they pop up in here. And then you have to unlock the door. It's mainly important if you're trying to find all the resource caches in the sabotage mission, because this one tends to pop up quite a bit. Oh yeah, I forgot I hacked that. Excuse me. God, these fucking grappling hooks. Get out of here. I have a mod on my Parazon that allows you to crack open extras. Have I shown off the Parazon yet? I don't remember how. Oh, I forgot we were going to talk about Melee 3.0. So the first thing is, now instead of how hacking used to be, now you have this little hidden blade like an Assassin's Creed blade called the Parazon, and it's apparently a hacking tool. And you can also melee enemies with it if you wanted to. Only problem is I'm not entirely sure how you get it back out to melee them. It's also how you mercy kill, which is apparently a new thing, and how you stealth kill now with that Parazon. So the Parazon now has its own unique mods. That's where the murmurs go. The murmur mods for trying to kill Yakuva Lich. So the thing's kind of instrumental in that process. And then a nice little mod I have is once you hack something, all the lockers within a certain radius unlock automatically, so that's kind of pleasant. Actually, it really gives you a reason to try and hack councils, which previously there hasn't been one. Where'd all my credits go? In the water, I guess. Okay, not too hard. 10 minutes and 15 credits. Next mission I'll talk a little bit more about 3.0. I really like it because a lot of what they took away in 2.0, no, 2.5. So I started in 2.0, and that was kind of a mess. So they took away some things like blocking and channeling in 2.5, where they made it a little more different. And it basically got thrown by the wayside. They put it out of the position.
Recovered. Proceed to the dry dock.
Because previously to channel, it took over your ability button while you had your melee weapon out, which kind of was inhibiting, you know, because you wanted to use your abilities while still having your melee weapon out. So they moved some things around. Channeling and blocking kind of just left. And then when 3.0 came back out, now you can hold down the weapon or the button to switch your weapons, and you'll get your melee back, and it'll be only a melee. So it'll switch from having the quick melee of your triggers are still your primary or secondary, your guns basically. So if you need to aim at something, instead of having to put your melee weapon back, you can just click on it and it'll swap back automatically to your gun. If you hold this button down, it will switch over to soul melee, and then you can block, you can do all your combos, you know, you can do all your stuff. You know, makes it a little more intuitive. I don't know why they got rid of channeling though, because now that I think about it, you probably could have kept it in somewhere. Okay.
Void engines. Void engines. Zada dances our ship through forward lines. Crody identifies and prioritizes targets. Sukin's turrets track and terminate. Our reputation is earned. Our objective, a Turaga-class worm ship. Zada plots an arc. We accelerate. Ancient history. The dead have no needs. The living require that propulsion system.
Okay, and yeah, I think I'm actually going to keep my credits. Because there's a skin I want from Barrow that I want to get first. So we need to actually get some Orkin cells.
We are making good time. I have yet to find a viable command cephalon. My search continues.
Okay. So that's about as far as we're going to go on that for right now. Coming together though. Kind of. Alright, so we're going to dip. Now, what should we do? Because I need the Orkin cells. That's kind of my first priority, because I've got other stuff I need for cells. Like Warframes and weapons and shit. So let's take a look real fast here. So yeah, looks like 5 indexes should earn you enough for 1,000,000 credits, which isn't that bad. But we're kind of short on that right now, so Oh shit. Would you look at that? We got some stuff to do. Ooh. Ooh. Well, that just came in the nick of time. So let's do these. Let's see, Eris, Survival, Pluto. They better not be Sedna. Okay, good. Because right now, Sedna's got that little symbol here, and then it kind of looks like a jelly bean. This is where my Lich has been hanging out for a while, and I haven't really done anything with him.
Your little Lich is coming up in the world, Tenno.
Hey, you know what? Let's take a look at him, because I have not really messed around with him at all lately.
Naughty, naughty.
Yeah, he's still just being himself.
I am the hunter. You are that's how this works. Questions?
It's funny. I'm gonna try and use him as a crew member. Let's see. So we're gonna do these super quick. I guess we'll start with this. I need to make a fucking Tatsu still. Okay. The Thinking Man's video game. Hey, Atten. Welcome in. Or is it Aiton? I don't know. You're gonna find I enjoy using the Ignis Wraith on just about every mission that I can, just because it's so simple. The way I have it set up right now. Oh shit, it's melee only. I didn't realize that. Well, that may put a damper on things, but honestly, with 3.0, melee got such a buff that it doesn't matter. Like, most melee is way overpowered now. And this is a perfect time to talk about melee 3.0 now I think about it. So, let's get into that. So we can just kind of assume that you've held down your button and you swapped in. So, now when you hit the trigger button that's assigned to aim for me, which is L2, and of course this only matters on PlayStation. If you're actually using a keyboard, you're probably better off. Oh, okay. So even that's interesting. Even if we're melee only, you still have to hold it down. So now you can block. And I think, let's find a melee enemy. If you block, you can actually stun. Yeah, I think that was a parry. Try it again. And it stuns them. Now, previously, a lot of mods, melee exclusive mods, relied on channeling to use abilities. Now it's tied directly to your combo counter. And your alt fire now unleashes your heavy attacks, whereas previously it had been you would hold down a charge, and some still do it apparently. Like that was a charge. And so melee, you have your standard attack that moves you forward a step, like so. Not counting the stance, of course. Machete has a nice charge up. There is your sliding dash, or your sliding attack, like that. He was getting caught by a fucking Gatling, or grappling hook again. This is an interesting one. So if you hold down your block, it's fucking gas. You hold down your block, you get that nice kind of pull back and slash. A little bit of wind-up time on that. I'm not too particularly fan of it. But if you hold it down while moving forward, you get that spin, which is different from this spin apparently. You know, you get two different kinds of spins. So the other big thing was the changes to finishers. I'll just show off heavy attacks real fast. So you see how I've got, well, there it went. A certain number of hits equals a modifier, as it's usually been. But now, when you use a heavy attack, it spends the meter. And honestly, I'm having a hard time doing this because there's not enough damn infested everywhere, which is a weird issue. I've not had that before. Let's try and get back to these guys, because I think this is where everybody's at. Now, get out of here. Ah. Of course, there's your bullet dash slash. Ooh, a mutagen sample, my favorite. Alright, so we have about 5 seconds. So yeah, that was the heavy attack. And my weapon right now isn't really modded towards using the heavy attack. It's just straight damage. Which is something I should probably change, because I've not really had too much time to look into this. But now, there's still the slam attack, but if you use, I believe it works like this, if you use your counter for the heavy slam, you get the lifted ability, which will give you that. And that will give enemies a lifted proc, which is a new kind of status that only works with melee. It'll keep them up in the air. And this is why I've really actually, like, I've gotten a big interest back into melee. Is, well, I mean, for one thing, melee's always been overpowered, thanks to Condition Overload. I think Condition Overload's still really good. I don't know exactly how they changed it. It doesn't look like it was a big change to me. That could just be me, though. But now, instead of relying on channeling to give you extra damage, it's the combo counter, which is something I feel like is in a little bit more control over. You know, for one thing, you don't have to rely on your damage output being tied directly to how much energy you have to channel, because particularly with Infested, when you start getting deep into the ranks of disruptors everywhere, energy drain, what are those called? I think it was called Drain Eximus or something. But that one Eximus that drains all your energy, being everywhere, you know, then you don't really have anything to work with. So it's nice that, for one thing, you don't have to worry about that anymore. And then the other thing is, you can get ridiculous amounts, especially if you play your cards right, you mod properly, you can get ridiculous amounts of damage on those heavy attacks. And because the slams, the radial slams, the heavy attacks have always had their own, I don't think I did it right. Oh no, I didn't. I still have my combo. There we go. Yeah, see, that was a big slam. And I'll have to, one of these days I'm going to go and crunch the numbers. That's my big plan. Give me fucking health. Give me the health. So I haven't really talked about Inaros yet. Or Inaros. I don't know how you pronounce his name. He's a mummy. trying to see. Okay, so he's a mummy, and his abilities, his one desecrate will steal health from the enemy. Basically, his gimmick, he has no shields, but he has a metric shit ton of health. There we go. There's a lifted. I think I did. I don't know. I can't tell what's going on right now. It's hard to see. I think we need to get some life support going though. And then if he dies, which I kind of, yeah, this will happen. I forget how to do this. There we go. I think he can come back by draining health from enemies, if I'm not mistaken. So he's pretty tanky. And then he's got this Daruda Sandstorm gimmick thing, which I haven't really played with. As his 4, and what was his 3? Because Desecrate drains health. I think Devour turns it into a mummy thrall thing for you, kind of like what Revenant does. And then 3... does that apparently. I don't know exactly what that was, but I thought Sandstorm was my 4. I don't know. We're still experimenting. I just made him last night.
When extraction's ready.
This Gazelle machete I finally put together, it's pretty nice. Like most melee is enjoyable now. Since the update, a lot of weapons have gotten a buff, so damage is pretty decent. Damage has always been pretty decent, but now it's more so. My Zaw is nuts. Still can't fucking... Still not enough to do the disruptions though. We had a really rough sortie one time. It was the last mission, and it was fucking level 100 demo lists just fucking everywhere, and we couldn't do anything about them. Just no amount of damage would kill them. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the new updates to Melee. And I'll try and keep showing that off as we play. Alright, what's next up here? Oh good, a disruption. Perfect. Exactly what I was just talking about. I've also been hearing inklings about where the next mission is. Apparently it's in Railjack. And apparently the new Sentient tile set's out. So we'll see. But apparently you also need the Parastasis, which I've still not made because it costs 1,000 ducats for some goddamn reason. Probably because it was from fucking what's his shit, and he always has expensive tastes. I'm not making any sense. Got a bit of a headache. I could probably use some more coffee or some water. Probably water more than anything. I haven't drank much today.
This isn't your regular bolt job. Alad V sold the conduits with interference routines specifically designed for the tenor. Things might get a little weird. Conduit keys are carried by high-ranking muckety mucks. Knock them down. See what they've got.
You know what's interesting? Disruption missions, I think, are the only ones that really, unless I'm mistaken, I don't know, really kind of have their own little story to them, you know? Like, their Alan V's weird little Ponzi scheme to test his amalgam sentinels, or sentient things.
Demo unit incoming. Don't let them near the conduit.
See if we can't get a beat on this guy. Disruption's always just kind of giving me anxiety. Not a huge fan of them. Oh, I'm in the wrong fucking... Got the wrong damage set up for this. I don't hear him down here. Oh yeah, he's already over there. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, okay. That's kind of weird. It's not really a good sign when you have 3 people not trying to go get rid of the Devilist. A key. What game was that? I think it was some kind of gauntlet game. Oh, we need to go downstairs. I think. Oh, right here. I got this brack from something. I forget what. I think it was the Goose Dog 3.
Demo unit coming in fast. That thing
Oh,
blows
good.
and you can kiss the conduit goodbye.
Oh, he's not in here. He's probably going to be on the same plane. Yeah. Oh, okay. He comes. God damn it. Oh, it's a burst. Okay, well, bursts aren't the fucking worst. It's the fucking jackals that are really, they're the hyenas. Hyena Demolists are fucking terrible. Oh yeah, okay, so that's my 2 or whatever. So the question is, what's my 4? Brack. Bracks I'm not really been impressed with lately. It's kind of like the Dara, or not the Dara, the fuck, what's it called? Detron? What do you have? Yeah, Detron. So it's another shotgun pistol, but... yeah, I think I'm going to hold out for a Kuva Brack. Which, coincidentally, my Lich has, but I think I'm just going to let him keep that. I don't know.
Hear that beeping? Demo unit's on its way.
Alright, time to find him. Nope. Fuck. Oh, good. I forget, when you're doing disruptions, Demolists are still vulnerable to, God, I'm having fucking PTSD. This is the exact mission that I had issues with last time. That fucking... God, give me a break. The exact same mission from that sortie. But there can still be slowed by a cold procs, but not blast. So if you're gonna bring something, probably a Galaxian Vandal would be good, just to help slow them down. There's some other weird ones. I think tether grenades work pretty well.
We just got here.
Are we getting rewards off this? I don't remember. Oh, and by the way, if you're looking for Goss, he's in one of these disruptions.
Signal returns. Dig in.
Something. I got a little bit of health back, not a whole lot though.
Demo unit incoming. Don't let them near the conduit.
That's funny. I don't have shields. I'm feeling he's over here yet. He's fucking over here somewhere. God, these fucking ledges. Get out of here, man.
Demo unit's on its way.
Oh, that's perfect. Wish they'd fix fucking parkour. Half of my anxiety is just because I can't make these jumps right. But yeah, it's interesting that all the disruption missions have a key plot to them. Whereas I don't think any other mission has that. I might be mistaken now.
Demo units looking to depart this mortal coil and take you with it. Keep it clear of that conduit.
Where is he? I just saw him. Oh fuck, he's right there. Woo. I don't know who this guy is, but he's fucking destroying. I got lucky. I need to kill things so I can get my health back up.
Demo unit coming in fast. That thing
Oh,
goes and you
good.
can kiss the conduit goodbye.
So I'm probably just breaking even then. And we're done. How about that? And I'm stuck again. There's another mod over here.
We got as much as we're getting, hotshot. We are a vapor trail.
Wow, somatic fibers. Those are really rare. They drop off demo lists. I think. They're not used for anything yet, though. So that's interesting. I have no idea what he just said. Oh, bow anyway. Let's go get a bow. Both Innos and Revenant really leveled fast. One thing I've noticed. Flow. Then Prac, I'm probably just gonna get rid of. I mean, those numbers look good, you know, but something going on with it. I think the damage fall off might be it. 11 to 22, that should be fine. I don't know. Does absolutely nothing. Let's take the dread. My fucking dread. God, I wish I had a different arrow for this thing. It's gonna be interesting. Maybe I should have taken Mesa. My favorite thing for melee only, bow only, that kind of thing, is you can just take Mesa, and you can take a Redeemer, and you can basically take a gun to a knife fight, essentially, which is pretty silly in my opinion. There you go. Well, off to a good start. Oh, Jesus Christ. I maybe should have brought Gara. Now that I think about it, that probably wouldn't be a good idea. Or Limbo. Oh wait, was that him? No, that was the fucking new one. That's funny. Whatever. We can do this. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, maybe I should have, yeah. Maybe I should bring a fucking frame that's good at defense. That might have been a good idea. I don't even know how this dread is modded. I should probably look into that too before I try this. It didn't occur to me that a bows only defense mission might be a little bit challenging at that level. Alright, let's ditch these guys. Alright. Time to swap out. Let's take Limbo. That will probably help. Let me see. Take that off. Don't think I've ever known multi-shot to do anything decent for bows. He's the same. So there's one other one. What was it? Danger, danger. High voltage. When we touch. When we kiss. Christ, where's everything? I'm losing my mind. Holy fuck, is that 112? Why have I not been using this thing more? We'll take Fever. I think that might be a good mix. Yeah, it looks good to me. Okay. But only pops up enough that it's always good to have at least one really maxed out bow. Hopefully this goes better. Baked cheesy zoodles. Ghouls zoodles. What the fuck? It's a bit strange. I enjoy. It's a tie for me between Gara and Limbo for defense missions. Yeah, fun bow. Might take this out a little bit more often. I started with bows, and so I always want them to be functional, but always that part of me that knows they'll never really hold a candle, which is a shame, because Techno era Turok sounds awesome to me. About that banish move too. Not banish, the hop on that bubble real fast. Get a recharge. Take a chill pill. You know, I think it's one of the few tile sets that doesn't actually have holes you can fall into. Now, let's see. Whoops. The wrong button. Let's try this. Huh. Don't get it. Nice. Using the noodle. Yeah, I really think Limbo, just on the whole, is a better defensive support frame than Garo. That's my opinion right now, just because he does the double duty of, he can lock down a defense target and he can, restore energy, which is always a boon. Oh, I can't get that to work. Maybe I have to banish them first. Definitely gonna have to sit in here for a little bit. I am out of juice. Guess I don't really need to put stasis on, unless there's actually enemies in here with me. Ah, fuck. Get off this thing. Good thing the bubble's still up. Now it's not. This Ember knows what she's doing. Good stuff. Whoa, that was interesting. Oh, there you go. I think this is our last one. Oof.
Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back.
That was something.
Time to get out of here.
Alright, back to inners. Let's take the Quantum Vandal. What's interception? Alright. I love the fucking skin on this Quantum Vandal. Looks like a good tricolor. What's up with that guy? Interesting. I wonder how they're just randomly dying like that. A lot of mods. That's cool. Get a little bit, good old lag going. Hate that. Or not lag, but fucking frame drops. Jesus Christ. I would love to know if this is a hardware issue or an internet issue. It seems like a little both. Alright. Time to go clean up. Thank God for carrier. Makes this process so much quicker.
The data you have collected here today will go a long way in supporting our cause.
A lot of good stance mods. That's nice. Alright. Got the brick's done. Means I can probably get rid of it now. Now let us take the Bronco Prime. I need one more barrel for that, then I can make an Act Bronco set. I gotta recommend the Piranha Prime. It's nice. What is this thing? Weird. It's pretty. I like it. It's like a tea kettle gun. Okay, now. Oh, you know what? Before we go, let's try this Sidanon that we just got. I'm not a big one for fashion frames, but I always like to see what they're handing out. Oh, that's pretty. Not bad. Now, we got one last thing to do, and that's go have a talk with Barrow really quick. Let's go to Cephalon Sim really quick. I wanted to show something. So all those stupid frame missions that I've been struggling with the last few months,
These can make you an even stronger hunter.
don't worry about holding on to those guys because,
Must be earned.
as you can see, you can get all of them. Like, I got rid of Titania for Inaros, so that I could put Inaros and max him out, and he's right there. Mirage is here. Limbo's here. There's a Gara blueprint. I don't see Revenant, though. Oh, there's a Revenant blue. Oh, okay. That's right, because Revenant comes from bounties as well. Okay. So yeah, don't ever worry about getting rid of those guys now. You don't have to hold on to them.
Return free and hunt again.
I like how blue this thing is. Doesn't really fit with Inaros well, but I think it fit with more Tenno-y Tenno, if that makes sense. Now,
Tenno, may I extend an invitation to you? My latest collection of choice items from the Void is now available for viewing.
so normally if you show up the Barrow without a prime frame, he kind of just... He's kind of mean, kind of rude, but if you come up with Inaros,
Inaros, it's an honor to serve you.
so that's kind of a neat little thing. This is all shit. If only I had a Mantis. I'm not going to worry about that. The only thing I might have to actually come back and buy, because I've already got the Quanta, I've already got the Machete, is this. And I don't even know if that's worth it. I have a feeling it isn't. Well, you know, it might be for hammers. Maybe. It's a maybe in my book, but here's what we're here for. I've been really wanting this this particular one, because if you'll notice, it has some interesting colorings. So I'm going to buy this for Zephyr.
An excellent choice. Be sure to visit again when I have new finds.
Alright. Let's go play with that a little bit, and then I think that's it for the stream. check the email. So I have a real soft spot for Zephyr. She's not the most useful frame on the planet. She doesn't do damage. She doesn't do support. She doesn't control. You know, she doesn't do much. But I feel like let's make all these invisible real fast. Her mobility is just very user-friendly. And I think she's got some utility, you know. I think she's okay. I think, if anything, what she really needs is a little more predictability for tornadoes, because they just kind of go off into the wild blue yonder. And let me see here. 10 guesses on what my favorite helmet is. I guess we'll take this one. So let's put her regular helmet on her. And then, well, hopefully this looks good still. Yeah. Not bad. So let's see. What I wanted to test out with this is, no, not that one. The potential for kind of turning this into a camouflage scheme. Because I love me some tricolor camo. Let's go with that one. Oh man, that's looking good already. We get darker. We'll leave this kind of a more beige or a tan color, kind of khaki-ish. And then interesting. So there's a lot of potential with this one, I feel. So I'm super excited about this skin. This is one I've been looking forward to. Here's an idea. What if we swap? So green's here, and black is here. Ooh, I think that looks much more defined, don't you? Yeah, I like that. Not bad. See how our other helmets look here. Not a huge fan of that helmet. Like, reminds me more of a fish or a merman. Oh, there we go. So what do we think here? Playing a little bit of fashion frames. It's mostly her thighs I think I was really interested in. Like, those big stripes. Kind of make me think of more maritime camouflage. God, hard as fuck to see them. Only thing I'm thinking... I want to include a green. This is a little too bright of a green, but if I go any darker, the black's going to disappear. Maybe if we go, instead of black, we'll go with brown. Let's try this. Now she looks like mint. Yeah, not bad. Alright, guys. I think that's gonna do it for me. We still have a bit more stuff to do to get the next part built. I'll try and have that done tonight. So maybe tomorrow, maybe over the weekend, we can have something put together and continue Rising Tides. But yeah, thank you for watching. Honestly, it's the first time in a while I've had managed to do two streams in one day, so you can kind of see like what I'm going for here with this. And you know what? Let's try and replicate that color up here. Work has just kept me way too busy lately, so I'm glad I was able to. Ooh, that looks like puke. Grenier's got something. Yeah, that's not bad. That actually makes this pop a little more. That's not bad at all. Do I have a different color brown? It's a little too bright. Maybe like one up from here. Yeah, I like that. That's looking good. Ooh, baby. Some good tricolor. Anyway, as I was saying, now that I'm on break for a little bit, I should have a little more time to stream, but I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. Just I have to move probably next week as well, in addition to Christmas. So it's going to be a busy week for me. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully more this weekend. We'll see.